Hey guys, welcome back to Pages with Sidra. I know you're probably thinking that the greatest Estee developer is completely over. Well, the main story has ended, but the author just released a new chapter. I hope you're excited to read it. By the way, guys, on my channel there's a full recap of this manhwa. So if you want to watch the entire story from the beginning, you can find it right here on Pages with Sidra. And if the author releases more chapters, you'll be able to catch them all here on Pages with Sidra. So make sure to subscribe to the channel. Today, we're diving into Chapter 211, and trust me, you don't want to miss a single moment. Let's get right into it. It was the height of construction in the Frontera territory. Beneath the surface, Lloyd and Javier walked through a newly built septic tank, inspecting the work from below. The scene shifts to a certain territory far from Frontera. Byron stands arguing with a client. Pardon? You're canceling all the Ondal installations? But our workers have already departed for your area, Byron says. The other man shrugs. What's the big deal? We'll pay the penalty. We're canceling the order with your territory. A company showed up offering to do it for much cheaper. As then scene shifts as Byron watches as the cheaper crew works. He studies their method closely. Something about the way they install Ondal feels familiar. They must have seen our work and stolen the technique, Byron thinks. A pink-haired guy notices Byron staring. Hey, what are you looking at like that? You came to spy on how we build our Ondal, didn't you? He snaps. Byron keeps his mouth shut, but his mind is set. He can't just let this slide. Back inside a room, Lloyd sits across from Byron while Javier stands behind Lloyd. Lloyd reads the situation quickly. Huh? They're selling Ondal, just like us. Lloyd asks. Byron answers, frustrated. Yes, several guilds are doing the same. They've dropped prices drastically and stolen our business. This is clearly theft of our technology. There should be sanctions. Lloyd smiles gently. Leave them be. It's a good thing if Ondal spreads widely, Lloyd says calmly. Byron blinks, shocked. Ah yes. Javier watches, bewildered. His thoughts race. What's wrong with this man? Has he lost his mind? Why is he suddenly saying something sane? Javier can't tell if Lloyd is joking or being serious. Months pass. A building in the rival company's territory sends up a huge cloud of smoke. Workers who had been inside rush out coughing and shouting. Damn it! This is complete garbage, one cries. Cough. Somebody help. The pink-haired man who earlier confronted Byron watches the chaos with a clenched jaw. He turns to a subordinate. Hey, he orders. Why yes, guild master, the subordinate replies. The guild master turns back and speaks sharply. Go to Frontera territory and steal the blueprints. They should be somewhere in the mansion. The subordinate nods and smiles, ready to obey. The scene shifts. The subordinate of the pink-haired guild master had been captured. He was tied up with ropes and looked beaten. Lloyd looked at Byron. Who's this guy? He asked. Byron replied. He was caught searching the young master's room for blueprints. He confessed to being part of a guild that stole our Ondal technology. Lloyd's eyes narrowed slightly. So, did he find out anything about the core technology? The thief stammered, terrified. I don't know. I didn't see anything at all. Lloyd looked at him for a moment, then smiled calmly. That's a relief. You can go. The thief blinked in shock at being released. More shocked than him was Javier, who could hardly believe what he just saw. After the thief left, Javier turned to Lloyd, frustrated. Letting that kind of theft slide. I can't understand it. Lloyd smiled gently. I told you before. Isn't it a good thing if warm Ondal spreads everywhere? Javier's shock deepened. His thoughts raced. What's with him seriously? He clutched his stomach. Ugh, why does my stomach hurt? I'm a sword master. The stress is making my stomach burn. Time passed. By the time Lloyd returned from Asfahan, Byron reported eagerly. Young master, there's news about the Ondal system. Ondal is everywhere across the nation. It's not perfect, but thanks to the leaked technology, defects have decreased, and production at scale has made it much cheaper. Lloyd looked at Byron, tilting his head slightly. Lord Byron, why are you acting like this? Byron blinked, confused. Pardon. Lloyd chuckled softly. You shouldn't be worried about there being more of it. Shouldn't we be worried that it's still not enough? He smiled, a spark of pride in his eyes. Isn't it exciting? Our first Ondal design is spreading all across the country. Javier watched Lloyd, more shocked than ever. Later, he walked alone into his room and sat on his bed, still trying to process it. Touching his stomach, he muttered to himself. Ugh, every time I forget, it's the Ondal talk again. This is uncomfortable. Why is he such a saint only when it comes to Ondal? Time passed, until around Julian's wedding. The scene shifts to a building where 4 people, aside from the pink-haired man, sat around a long table, talking. The rival guilds have started arguing, each claiming they were the original creators, one said. Another added, sure, Frontera made Ondal has the best performance, so pretending to be the original works great for publicity. A third spoke up, now everyone's shouting that they're the original. What should we do about this? The pink-haired man smiled coldly. That's a bit too easy to solve, isn't it? The scene shifts again. Byron's eyes widened in shock as he noticed another company using a logo identical to his own. He rushed to report to Lloyd. Young master, one of the first guilds that stole our design also copied your crest. They've beaten every rival guild and now monopolize the market. We're not receiving a single new commission in our territory anymore. Lloyd's response was calm, almost cheerful. Ah, that's great. Javier, clutching his stomach in discomfort, could barely follow. Lloyd continued, smiling. Finally, Lloyd opened his mouth wide in a twisted, eerie grin. Javier could only watch as Lloyd's expression promised something unstoppable. Soon, Lloyd and Javier flew atop Gammon, Lloyd's summon mount, toward the Kingdom Guild Commerce. Inside, Lloyd spoke to a clerk. Excuse me, Regulation Bureau. Back when I came to the capital, I registered some unique technologies and my family crest. Lloyd's face twisted into a horrific, wide-open expression, tears streaming. They were all stolen. Please, help me. The scene shifts to the pink-haired man. Kingdom police arrive to arrest him. You're under arrest for violating guild trade laws, one officer declared. Soldiers grabbed the pink-haired man by his coat, dragging him across the floor. Wait. Hold on. Why right now? He shouted. We don't know. A report just came in, the police replied. The officers began confiscating all the stolen money, gold, and jewelry, while the culprits and guild members cried out. All profits will be seized as compensation for the rightful owner. Additionally, you'll be fined extra for every stolen crest, the police ordered. Meanwhile, Lloyd laughed, a wild, triumphant laugh, as chaos unfolded around him. Javier watched, stunned, thinking to himself, Lloyd Frontera, you really are a terrible person. Finally, Javier's stomach settled, the stress easing. And that's a wrap for Chapter 211. By the way, guys, if you want to catch up on the entire story, there's a full recap of this manhwa on my channel. You can watch it anytime right here on Pages with Sidra. Even though the main story has ended, the author sometimes releases new chapters, and you'll be able to catch every single one here on Pages with Sidra. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Coming up next, we're starting a brand new series by the same author, set in the same exciting universe where all the greatest developments took place. If you want to stay updated and follow the author's latest work, make sure to subscribe. There's plenty more fun and excitement coming your way.